Hey, lovely, sexy gaming people. Right, here we go. Dungeons & Dragons Adventure Issue 4. It's our big D20. That's really nice, actually. Pop that to the side. File that on the floor. And let's have a look through our magazine. Go that way. Right, here we go. Casting times and spell range. So, some spells you require time, other spells are instantaneous, and so on. Right, learn how long it takes to cast each spell, as well as how far away these spells can affect their intended targets. So my character can do a couple of cantrips and a few spells. One of those spells is Witch Bolt, which, if I remember rightly, I can only do up to 30 feet away. But I have Firebolt, which does 120 feet away. Witch... Is it Witch? It is Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt is a spell, and then Firebolt is a cantrip. Now, spell casting times. Each turn of combat is made up of an action, bonus action and movement. The vast majority of spells fit easily into either the action or bonus action sections of a turn, although other spells may take much longer to cast or can be used in reaction to something that happens in the game. Areas of effect. So, a spell can be cast in a straight line, so from A to B. It can have a cone effect. So if we take our cleric here, and one of her spells came out in a cone, then it would come out in a cone like that from her point of origin. So some are cubes, and the way that they've done this, they've got the point of origin on one side of the cube. So it would kind of appear that the cube sort of like comes out like so, whereas I would have thought that point of origin, a cube would form. And then the sphere, unfortunately, it's not very clear whether the sphere for the spell is the point of origin is inside the sphere, or whether it's a point of origin and a circle is generated there. Oh, hang on a minute. It says here, cube. A cube has a point of origin. The spellcaster gets to choose how they position this point of origin, selecting the location from the spell's energy, from which the spell's energy erupts. Typically, this is a point in space within the stated range of the spell. So, Rizagar's create and destroy water spell effect can affect a 30-foot cube up to 30 feet away. Interesting. So, I haven't yet come up against a spell that does like like I'm assuming that a cube could fill a room, that sort of thing, or a sphere could seriously hamper movement around a large hall. I haven't come across that yet. The only ones I've come across is the cone and line. So, character creations. For dwarves, dwarves of Faerun, grey dwarves. Character creation classes, clerics. We do need a healer for our group. We've got a rogue, a sorcerer, a barbarian, and a human fighter. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get our sorcerer to do some healing. I don't know if she can get spells for healing, but we need one more to join our group, and hopefully we can get a cleric or someone that can bring healing to the fold. Cleric features first level. Top tip, bonus proficiency. A cleric choosing the life domain can wear heavy armour for better protection in combat. The Sword Coast, Part 1. When you strike out across the Sword Coast, you step into one of Dungeons & Dragons' most storied locations. Adventure waits at every turn, whether in the streets or of booming cities, the tangled depths of enchanted forests, or in the crumbling ruins scattered atop windswept peaks. Oh, nice. Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, and Waterdeep. Sword Coast Part 2. So this is lore. I thought this might be an encounter actually, but it's lore. Right, so yeah. The region takes in every form, everything from dangerous forests to the sunless depths of the Underdark. Vampires, these powerful creatures are neither alive or dead, existing somewhere in between in a state of undeath. Strahd von Zarovich. So is Strahd, he's the one related to the Ravenloft castle? I can't see. Right, Strahd von Zarovich is Dungeons & Dragons' most infamous vampire. In life, Strahd was a brilliant thinker and warrior, but years of battle stripped him of his youth and strength. Strahd's beloved Tatiana spurned him for his younger brother Sergei, and in a jealous fury he forged a pact with the dark powers to become immortal. The day of Sergei and Tatiana's wedding, Strahd murdered his brother, and to seal his pact with the dark powers drank his blood. He revealed his new might to Tatiana, expecting to enthrall her. Instead, the horror for Tatiana fled Strahd, immediately jumping from a castle balcony to escape his pursuit, vanishing into the mists. Strahd's own guards tried to kill him, but he didn't die, instead becoming the first ever vampire in the D&D multiverse. Well, there you go. Vampire Spawn, Chained to the Grave, Lair of the Vampire. The Zhentarim. The Zhentarim. This unscrupulous shadow network seeks to expand its influence throughout the Forgotten Realms. Fractious Factions. Goals and Ideals. Meeting at Zent. And Encounter 4. So it's set again saying 1 to 2 hours. Eterine Zavary, vampire spawn of the infamous Artur Morlin, also known as Baron of Blood, has been summoned to meet her undead master in the tunnels beneath Waterdeep. To attend the audience in time, her human servants must hurriedly transport her deathless body across the Sword Coast. As the wagon bearing Eterine's body nears the town of Fandalin, an untimely mudslide kills all but one of her servants. The injured lone survivor, Mallet Grint, pays a local trading company to escort him and his top secret cargo to Waterdeep. The traders hire local adventurers to accompany Mallet to a rendezvous on the high road where he will join a larger caravan heading south. So that's how we get involved in this one. Right, beginning the encounter. Heavy rains have flooded the roads around Fandalin. This morning, a mudslide washed over one of these roads and crushed a wagon. Local miners recovered its cargo along with a lone survivor. The adventurers are summoned to the Lion Shield Costa, the town's trading post, where Lenine Greywind asks them to escort the survivor and his cargo to the high road. Right, so we haven't got, so literally this is just, it's going to be something on the journey. But we've got the Zentrim in this. We're having commoners, bandits, and our main character, Eterine Zavari. Medium undead, neutral evil, natural armor. She has an armor class 14. Okay. Right, there you go. That's issue 4. Let's have a look at our little. It's a nice little fleece pouch. D&D Adventure on the front. So, let's say resin dice, but it's nicely painted, nicely presented. Yeah, it takes and it keeps coming up with one. We won't be using this. I think doing that is going to produce the best results. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you get a nice little bag. But this nice little bag will also be nice if you don't want to keep your 20 large 20 D20 dice in it. You could probably put a set of 7 polyhedral dice in there. But there you go. Issue 4. Come back and we'll do another video. Alright, take care.